Arirang Radio, Korea's first English radio broadcast, celebrates its 20th birthday today. Arirang Radio, which launched on September 1st, 2003, has been informing listeners around the world about various Korean culture and information for the past 20 years. It especially served as an important engine for K-pop to expand into the world. Additionally, starting last year, in keeping up with the changing broadcasting environment, we launched Radio Clock, a groundbreaking program that is broadcasted simultaneously on radio, TV, and online, allowing people around the world to enjoy Arirang Radio content in more diverse ways. It's all thanks to your love and support that Arirang Radio turns 20 and Radio Clock soon celebrates its first anniversary. We sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So we prepared a special opening song for the birthday party with excitement. We're going to kick off today's hour on Radio Clock with I Am by IVE, which includes the member An Yujin, who was actually born on the same day as Arirang Radio. Ding dong, ding dong. You're all invited.
I'm your Barley Butler of Daily K, Peter.
And I'm your British Idol of Korea Now, SJ.
And your very messy host of Radio Clock, Ashley, is here with you. This is Arirang Radio 20th Anniversary Party! Woo! we're joined by very special insas, my very dependable sunbays for our 20th anniversary episode today here on Radio Clock. Welcome back, Pita and SJ. Hello. Hi.
We're insas. I've never been called an insa.
It's the first time.
Just for today.
I thought that was just asa.
You're our insa. Can you say hello to our listeners?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm host of Daily K, which doesn't air on Arirang TV, but just Arirang Radio at 9 to 11, looking at Korea and its culture.
And of course, I might not seem like I host a news program, but I do host Korea Now, which is a news and current affairs program from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Korea Standard Time on weekdays.
Whoa, so professional. Whoa, so happy to be joined by you guys today. Can you guys believe that Arirang Radio is 20 years old?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Last year, we just had the 19th, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was just like last year when we all had that party and
Who
stuff.
would have thought 20th would have been after 19th,
I know,
right? It was a
right?
surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Let me read some comments because all of our listeners are very happy to see you guys. Gig Diggy says, Pita, because of you, someone somewhere doesn't have a tablecloth in their kitchen.
Hey, this is from the listeners, so don't disrespect their fashion choices.
Siska also says, hi everyone, I'm too shocked with Peter's outfit.
Well, it's not that shocking. Look at SJ's hair. Why are there no
yeah.
comments on this?
I have to
Yes.
say, there's a whole bunch of comments on it, but no one's got it right. Everyone's I'm getting Boris Johnson.
Yeah, you do, a little bit.
I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm supposed to be a Beatle, a British idol.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's what you were.
Someone said secret agent. What secret agent looks like this?
Like James Bond, a little Bondish.
This looks like James Bond.
Not the face, but the suit.
Gig Diggy said, Peter, can you get Yoo Jae-suk's autograph next to you? You got Yoo Jae-suk too?
Yeah.
That's a huge compliment for me.
All right. Why did you decide to dress up like that?
So, last year we did the whole idol concept, right?
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
were
yes.
AI, I believe.
You were
then
HOT, right?
I was the only one dressed like an idol last
Unforgettable.
year.
That's
true.
So I
Yeah.
dressed up like HOT. And I know we're here today to kind of promote our documentary and stuff like that, right? And so one of the themes that we talk about is Hallyu.
Yeah.
And I think before there was the Hallyu, there was the British invasion.
Oh, yes.
And so who were before BTS, there was the Beatles.
BTS in Beatles,
Yes.
as well.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. So I dress like Beatles, but everyone thinks I'm Yoo Jae-suk and Boris Johnson and everything but the Beatles.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. You're going to be doing the news with that outfit, right?
Please.
Please,
Minus the
can
wig.
you?
With the wig.
Please.
Yeah. And these trousers, and maybe Ashley's shirt. We can, combine you.
Yeah, fusion.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, well, Peter and SJ, how long have you been a part of the Arirang Radio family?
I started 2010, which means, 13 years. So I wasn't here for 7 years. I can't really get my head around that. But Daily K since 2016. So that's 7 years.
And did you listen to Arirang Radio before that?
Of course not. No, I will be honest, I didn't know. I'd seen Arirang TV on the cable, but because we don't have it on the FM dial, I didn't have a car, so I didn't
Right.
have DMB. I learned of it through working here as a guest initially and realized, wow, this is such good fun. And for foreigners, not for people in Korea. It was amazing.
And do you remember your reaction when they first asked you to become a host?
Yeah, you're making a terrible mistake. No, because it was a few months after I started as a guest, and I actually did Cuppa Korean, which you guys will obviously remember because it was a massive success. No, it was terrible. It was teaching
Sorry?
Korean, and my Korean wasn't very good back then, so it wasn't a great combination. And I think it disappeared after about a year and a half. But luckily, they didn't get rid of me permanently. Yeah.
I mean, how could they get rid of you? You're
Easily.
perfect.
They did the first time quite easily.
And how about you, SJ?
I joined, I think, 2015 as a guest and as well on Good Morning Seoul. And then after in 2020, I was named the host of Korea Now.
Wow.
And everyone was shocked because obviously this was sort of my image, right? Everyone thought I was going into comedy, I was doing all sorts of stuff, and I said, I want to do news.
Yes, you do.
And I remember one of the producers saying, no one's going to take you seriously. And I don't think anyone's going to take me seriously after today. But, I've always had passion for the news. And, it's been a a great journey for 3 years and a half, about 3.5 years now, hosting Korea Now, and hopefully many more years.
I mean, your writers are here to, root you on today.
Yeah,
No,
they're lovely.
they want to see how ridiculous I look this year.
They're here to cheer you on. They must be a little shocked because they've never seen you like this, right?
They've always seen me like
Oh,
this.
really?
This is how you look every day.
Well, if you guys are wondering why Peter and SJ are here today, it's because we were part of the 20th anniversary documentary called Wave to Wave. And Wave to Wave is finally airing tonight. Woo! So Wave to Wave Part 1 will be airing at 8 p.m. and Part 2 will be airing next Friday at 8 p.m.
Oh,
and
cliffhanger.
Yes. Part 2 is called Wave to Arirang Family. And I went to Argentina for this documentary. How about Peter?
I went to Bali, hence I'm in my Bali attire.
And then I went to his neck of the woods. I went to the UK and I went to London and Leeds. So 2 different cities, but it was nice, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, SJ shared that he dressed up as the Beatles because he went to the UK. Peter, can you explain your outfit a little bit?
These were like gifts from the listeners in Bali. They gave me this shirt. And actually, this trouser/skirt was a gift to my wife. But I often wear my wife's clothes when I'm in a pinch, and so I did so today as well. And they're really cool, really nice.
Yeah, it looks so airy.
I'll lend it to you.
Our listeners should have seen when he was putting this trouser on. It was
Yeah.
the greatest sight.
I will take it off on air in a song break just to show you. I do have something underneath, but as you can see here, they all wore the same pants.
Oh, so cute.
And then they promptly said, we're only joking. It's not for you. It's for your wife. So I felt quite offended. They didn't actually get me a pair.
Oh,
Yeah.
you look great in it, though.
Thank you, thank
yeah. And I'm wearing a Messi jersey that was
Oh.
gifted by the listeners and the fans in Argentina.
Did you
I
go
love it.
after they won the World Cup, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
This is
amazing. The
recent.
atmosphere must have been amazing.
Yeah, Messi's face was everywhere. This is a scene where they gifted me the jersey on stage. And I was
Aw.
very stoked.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's a little snippet. You can watch it on the actual documentary tonight.
SJ looks disappointed that he just got a Leeds shirt instead
so
of Messi.
one of the listeners that we visited, right? So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a Manchester United fan. And so we went to Leeds, and I got gifted a Leeds United shirt that's in the back.
over there.
And one of our listeners graciously gave us a 20th anniversary shirt. And then he gives me one. And it's like if I were to ask people of Argentina to wear a Brazil jersey.
Oh, it's like that.
It's disrespect to SJ.
No, but it's nice, though. I do appreciate it, and I do wear it at home when no one's looking. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with SJ first. We want to hear some behind the stories of your time in England.
I have to say, because like Ashley said, there's going to be part 1 and part 2. That's going to be airing. Part 2, of course, airing next week at 8 p.m. Korea Standard Time. I have a bit of a disclaimer. Because the way that we shot this, right, is what goes on in part 1 tonight, was something that we shot at the second half of my visit.
Oh, okay.
And so the first half, when I've just got to England, is actually in part 2. So that's the way that they edited. So you're going to notice that in part 1, it's a skinnier me. And then in part 2, I gained weight.
Oh, so in reality, you lost weight.
I lost weight.
Okay, why?
Because the food in England's so good. The food in England's so good.
We have delicious foreign food in England, thank you very much.
Oh,
the best Indian and Chinese food you'll ever see.
I have to say, the best food I had
Yeah.
in England was Thai food in Viet Pho.
Oh, it's good, right?
It's
Yeah.
great stuff. Everything else, I
British
put a question mark.
food, yeah.
But
yeah.
other than that, I mean, it was. I've never been to England. The closest I got to Europe, I guess, was Czech Republic, Prague. That's
Oh,
technically
okay.
wow.
Yeah, that's Europe.
That's Europe.
Yeah.
But England, it was first time around. And big football fan. I see Stamford Bridge
Oh, wow.
from my hotel room.
Nice.
But I don't root for Chelsea, so it doesn't matter. But it was really interesting to see how much people in England love Korea.
Oh, really?
And it was shocking to me because we're on the cab or we're on these ride-sharing cars and things like that. And they would ask, where are you from? We had our producer and our cameraman, and they were talking in Korean. They're like, what are you talking? Which language is that? We said Korean. they're going crazy.
Really?
And so there was this one driver who was like, I have a Korean car with a Korean phone, and our customers are Korean. And we had one person who said, oh my goodness, are you from Korea? My daughter is just crazy about BTS.
Wow.
And then he actually calls his daughter while he's driving.
Because he thought you were a member of BTS.
Yes. He thought I was a member of BTS.
Wow.
And then he goes, to his daughter, like, I have someone in Korea who apparently is like a head of an entertainment agency. And I was like,
Oh
what?
my God.
And you hadn't said that.
No, I haven't. And, she's like, oh my goodness, which group is it? But it's people love Korea. And I was of all places, England. I mean, you'll see it in the documentary, but there's a great deal of love for Korea, and I was really, really surprised.
So what exactly did you do there in England?
Well, I went to a museum called the Victoria and Albert Museum.
Nice. That's very famous.
Yeah, and so that's going to be kind of aired in the first part of the documentary, and this is
Oh, look at you.
me with a double chin.
So this is when you first got to England, when you were chubbier?
So this is when I first got to England, right? And so the weight is still there.
Okay.
But we checked out a Hallyu exhibition.
Oh, there's Hodori
wow.
from the
Yeah, I
88
see Hodori.
Olympics.
Yeah, so they have everything. They even remade, remember, you guys watched Parasite?
Yeah.
So you know the basement scene, right, where they try to get the Wi-Fi
With the
and
toilet
stuff?
on the half floor.
They did a complete remake of that scene.
Wow.
Like real life
It's a
size?
real life set.
Oh.
No, that's just an English toilet.
It might be. But the most, I guess, shocking thing I saw, and as a person who listened to K-pop, I dress up like, what is it, the HOT
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
year.
Uh-huh.
Do you know back in the days, like the fans used to have the HOT fan club raincoat?
Yes,
it was like
yes,
a white
yes.
raincoat.
Wow.
They had that in the museum.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I was like, how do they get their hands on this? And so they have like the fan, stick, the
Yeah.
cheer stick for all the groups, all the K-pop groups. And if you're a K-pop fan, if you're a K-drama fan, K everything fan, everything was there, and it was really, really impressive.
That's amazing. That's such a popular museum, so loads of people must see
Really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were saying that because when we went, they were about 2 or 3 days away from closing down the exhibition.
Oh.
And so one of the people that were working, one of the persons that were working there was like, I'm actually kind of worried because people only came to our museum to check this out.
Really?
Yeah, so
It
they're
was
saying
popular.
once this is closed, they're afraid no one is going to come to their museums anymore.
Oh no. They
So that's
should
how
have
popular it
extended
was.
it
Yeah, they should have it
forever.
permanent, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you also met a listener, right?
I met 2 listeners officially, and he's probably listening right now, Chris, who, by the way, let me just put this. So we were accepting applications from our listeners,
Sure.
like who do you want to meet and things like that,
Yeah.
right? And so our producer gave me the applications. Hey, listen, these are the people that you're going to meet.
Yeah.
So Chris, I wasn't even the first pick. I wasn't even number 1. Ashley was number 1. And then we contacted Chris and we're like, hey, listen, I know you picked Ashley as number 1 choice and me as number 2.
Yeah.
I'm going. He said, oh, well, okay.
Well, look at the posters in his room. He's going to be very disappointed if you show up.
So a huge fan of K-pop, and I pop up like, hey, how's it going? And so big surprise for him. And we met another listener by the name of James who listened to our show and found out about the Hallyu exhibition at the V&A Museum and actually went to check it out.
Oh, nice.
And so James and I, we actually went to the V&A Museum together to check it out. But it's good to finally put a face to the names that we often see on our chat
Right?
boxes, right?
It's
And
amazing.
It was real fun. I wish we had some more time to hang out and things like that. But I'm sure you guys all had a blast meeting your listeners too.
It was brilliant. Especially in a foreign country, not here in Korea, right?
You don't want to
Yeah.
meet fans here in Korea?
No way. Like, yeah, don't contact me if you come to Korea. Seriously, I'm busy. No, it's amazing seeing them in we've all met listeners, I think, who visited
visit
here,
here, yeah.
right? So but you came like
They visited
COVID
you
times.
guys, but no one visits me.
It's dinner time. They need to go and get some K food. But we've maybe seen people visit the studio for the K-pop stars and stuff. So we've seen fans like that. But seeing them in like their home countries or a neutral country, that was really unique.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, I hope there are more
Yeah.
for us in the future, but it was amazing. So yes, you guys are listening to Radio Clock. We're talking about our 20th anniversary here at Radio Clock. I mean, at Arirang Radio. There's a song that you wanted to listen to, SJ?
Yes, because this is like one of the few times where I could actually choose a song, and
Yeah.
what I chose was, I don't know if any of our listeners know. I know we have a lot of younger listeners out there.
Definitely.
And our fandom name is Azaleas.
Azaleas. Oh, yeah.
Ajeria.
Okay.
So it's a combination of Aje plus Korea.
Oh.
Ajeria. And
Okay.
so I chose a song that it was my first favorite K-pop song. Since,
Wow.
this is a K-pop program.
Yeah.
Gem. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this group. Ashley,
Never heard of
even
this group.
Ashley's too young.
Wow.
나는 멈추지 않는다 is a song from Gem. I
Okay.
believe it was from 1993 or 4. And it's my first favorite K-pop song.
Okay.
And also because the title says we're not going to stop, I think Arirang Radio, we're not going to stop.
Oh, very fitting song. All right, so let's take a listen to Gem's 난 멈추지 않는다, I don't stop. actually do know this song.
You even know the dance. That was crazy.
It subconsciously came out.
It was a very iconic dance at the time.
You've been lying about your age for a long time.
no,
You're like
I probably
40.
saw it on a variety show somewhere. You've heard of it too, right, Peter?
Yeah, but I am 40.
No, I swear. So Rick Al says we need SJ here more often so we can have more of these songs.
Yeah, you don't play many from the 90s, right?
No, she plays all the, what
New
is it?
stuff, yeah?
I get in trouble every time when we play like the latest songs. Our producer yelled at me last time because I think New Jeans' new song,
Yeah.
was it
Yeah.
called Super Shy?
Super Shy.
Yeah.
I said, let's take a listen to Super Guy. What is it? Shy Guy.
Super Guy.
Shy Guy.
Are you still ruining the song titles? Like
Yes.
last year, I remember your stories.
I had no idea. I don't know.
Shy Guy.
So these new K-pop songs, I don't know. So I'm a big fan of these, like the early 90s, early 2000s songs. So I'm glad some people enjoyed it. Looks like a bunch of people enjoyed it.
Sweet Ass Mess says, I was waiting for SJ to do the dance.
I can't.
You're a
I can't.
Beatle today.
I'm
so
a
you
Beatle.
can't, yeah.
I'm a Beatle, so I
Then
can't.
can you sing for us?
What song? A song?
Yeah.
A Beatles song?
Yeah, sure.
On the spot? Jeez.
You said you can't dance, but you're dressed as a Beatle.
I guess I can sing. Let me just make something up on the spot.
Wow,
Okay.
okay.
Of my experience
Wow.
in England.
Okay.
It's going to be awful, isn't it?
This is the Beatles song about my experience in England. Hey, England, what's with your food? Fish and chips with no tartar sauce. And beer that's warm and flat.
That's how it should be,
Your bars close at 10 p.m.
if you're lucky.
And anytime you feel hungry, Thai food, Viet pho, only foods I can bear to stomach. La 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 la.
Isn't
There you
this
go.
song 7 minutes long?
I just made that.
Woo! That was awesome.
Very offensive, but it's great.
No, but I will say this though. Honestly, the food, it was, man, what I've heard about English food. But the people though,
Yeah.
the people I met in England were some of the finest people I've met. Our listeners, not just our listeners, but even just like random people that I met in the streets of London and Leeds. They were such nice people. And I think it's the people that make the country
Yeah.
more than the food.
Of course.
Because
I hope so.
the people, I loved meeting the people in England. It was great.
Oh, I'm glad to hear of your stories. We have to now listen to Peter's stories.
like it's a chore. When you're getting your tooth pulled out. It's not that bad.
No, we want to hear Peter's story. Peter went to Bali, Indonesia.
Yes.
Like you mentioned. And was it your first time in Bali?
Yeah, I've never been to Indonesia full stop. And I didn't realize Bali is pretty far. Like, it's almost outside of Asia, nearly in Australia, right? It's close to, so it took like 7 hours on the plane. But we were meeting listeners, not where they lived, but where they were going on holiday together as a group, right?
Oh.
A group of listeners. So we maybe ruined their holiday a little bit, but we like hung out with them for like 3 days straight, basically living with the listeners.
Wait, did they intentionally plan their trip to match your time?
No, so
Oh.
they were going on a trip, and then they heard about the event for the 20th anniversary, and they were like, because they're all Arirang listeners, that's how they know one another. So they're like, wouldn't it be amazing if one of the hosts came here on holiday with us, rather than only one of them benefiting, going to their
Right.
hometown?
Oh my gosh.
We met 6 at once, in Bali, and this is, I think, at the Nusa Peninsula, Nusa Pida, I forget the name, I forget all the names, but it's on a beautiful island where you had to like travel on a boat, and the pictures were absolutely stunning, but it was like really hot weather there, right? It's like over
Yeah.
30 degrees, really humid. But we traveled everywhere just to take photos, it seemed like. Like, we took a million pics like this. These were actually professional ones done on the TXT music video beach. Like, just a few months before that, TXT had
yes,
filmed
yes,
a video
yes.
there. And so they hired a photographer. So we felt like a little K-pop band all together. It was amazing. Yeah.
I should have shared a picture of me at, what is that river in London?
The Thames.
Thames River.
It's just as exotic and beautiful, isn't it?
Completely different color. It's brown.
That's
Oh,
the
is it?
beauty of the Thames, yes. And this was at one of the tea fields. So this was maybe the first day. I surprised them in the morning, and then we went to Ubud and the tea fields there. And it was so stunning. And it was, I'm sure they were happy to see me, but they were just happy to be on holiday, right?
Yeah.
So it was an amazing vibe. Like everyone was, Lilith is all the way from the UK, Maz came all the way from New Zealand.
Oh, they don't live in Indonesia. They all live in different parts of the world.
Yeah, like a few live in Indonesia, of course, like Lita, Unita, and Siska. Yana from Malaysia.
Wow.
But then they were on their holidays, so it was just this magical vibe, really.
Can you introduce this fam? Do they have a name?
Sure. They're called the Gila fam. Gila means crazy, I believe, in Indonesian, because they are all pretty crazy. They were shouting and screaming for about half the time we were together. And yeah, they all became friends one by one on Arirang radio's like chat room and everything like that. And yeah, they're different ages, you know, they're from different parts of the world. And a lot of them were meeting for the first time here.
Really?
But it did feel like, I don't know, I felt like part of the fam as well.
Well, I feel like some of the Kidla fam are watching, so do you have anything you want to say to them?
No, I got quite fed up of them on those 3 days, so I don't need to talk to them for maybe another 20 years. Yeah, let's meet up for the 40th, though. Thanks for the clothes. No, it was so lovely. They bought so many gifts as well for like the team. I think all of the staff, the producer, cameraman, we got shirts and trousers and so many snacks. I'm still eating through the snacks. And the amazing thing, we went on buses everywhere, minibuses. They would listen to Arirang radio on their smartphones live while we were traveling. You know, I was like, I don't want to hear work while I'm on holiday, right? But they just wanted to listen and interact. They couldn't miss the shows, even when we were filming this. It was so sweet.
So
Yeah.
sweet.
You know, the best part about this is you have a whole bunch of female fans you have to meet. I met 2 guys in England.
What are you saying about British guys? They like the British guy as well.
Peter, how was the food in Bali?
Yeah, all right. It's better than British food. It was good. It was exotic as well. Like, because we had a few Indonesian travelers, listeners with us as well. They could recommend what Bali is famous for. Because Indonesia is so huge, right?
Right.
So Bali is famous for certain dishes. In other parts of Indonesia, they might not have pork, but like they had suckling pig there, which is a specialty because the religion is different on here. I think it's mainly Hinduism and other smaller religions. So we got like an insider's, I guess, recommendation. Maybe SJ didn't benefit from that.
No.
Otherwise, you would have had beautiful, delicious British cuisine.
No, everyone told me to get fish and chips, and we had fish and chips, and it was. I'm sorry, Chris. I know you're listening, but it wasn't a very pleasant. You know, after I'll just say this right now.
Yeah.
After having British food, my body kept on rejecting food for like a few days.
It's great for diets, isn't it?
It really was, which is why, like I said, in the first part, I looked thinner than in the second part because, in actuality, the way that we shot it was the other way around.
But you didn't get food poisoning, right?
No, I didn't.
Then you had a great time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So are there a lot of fit people in Europe? I mean, in London
Because
then?
there's nothing to eat. No, there is delicious foreign food.
No,
there.
that's true. That was actually true. We were all saying in London, everyone's fit.
Oh, really?
Everyone's fit. And
Wow.
we thought first, because there was a lot of people that are going on walks and runs and things like that. Maybe just because of that, but no, it's the food. It's the food.
It's good to keep the nation healthy.
Yeah.
SJ, do you have anything you want to ask Peter regarding his trip?
Do you have a song for any of the song you want to sing for about Bali food?
Oh, just like you've just done there. I don't think I can say anything hilarious because it was all very good, actually, like the noodles and the rice.
No,
and
actually, I do have a question
Okay.
because I feel like I got tricked, right? So another one of the reasons for why I lost a bit of weight during
Yeah.
the second half was we had to carry around we didn't have a big staff, right?
Yeah.
And so we carry around the tripods and the camera stuff. And our producer goes, well, don't worry, Peter did all this too. So,
Yeah.
you know, help out. And it turns out, Peter, you told me how long did you walk with the equipment?
Like for tens and tens of meters, tens and tens and tens. Like I walked up some stairs as well, like on one occasion, I'm sure. But
so
we
I
did
got
have a
tricked.
bus. Yeah, you didn't even have a car.
No,
right?
no, we didn't. So it was a lot of walking around, but it was. I think it was our producer saying lose some weight. Was what it was.
Yeah, he's right here. You know, you could.
I think he's saying, why have you put it back on?
It's true. The food is so good here in Korea.
Chris says they're running from all the people with knives in London. What's London? Oh, London.
London. There is a bit of knife crime in London. He's the guy from Leeds, Chris.
Yeah.
Are you dissing London because you're from Leeds? You just want to be in London, Chris. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I am actually jealous of you, though, SJ, that you got to go to the UK. I was like, why am I not going there? You go to Bali.
No, I think we all sort of had that thing where we were all jealous of each other. Like I was jealous of Peter for going to a really beautiful place. I was jealous of Ashley because the food looks edible. And you wanted to go to London, and I think Ashley, you were saying you were kind of interested in going to London too.
Yeah, I've never been to Europe, so I was like, oh, it'd be nice to go to Europe. But after hearing SJ's stories, I'm so happy I went to Argentina.
I'm gonna be banned from England from now on.
I think so.
All right, let's take a quick song break. Peter, is there a song you want to listen to?
On the bus rides, I think we must have sung this like 3 or 4 times. It's Kaho's 시작 or start over. So I remember all the lyrics. It was, hey, na 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 na, whoa, na 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 na, ha, sha, da, ba, da, bee. Yeah, like that, right? So we learned all the words together.
You know
yeah.
why that Korean language show got cut?
And then, I know all the words, yeah. So let's all sing along.
All right, let's sing along to Kaho's 시작, start over.
새로운 시작은 늘 설레게 하지 모든 걸 이겨낼 것처럼 시간을 뒤쫓는 시계바늘처럼 앞질러 가고 싶어 하지 그 어느 손을 넘어 저마다 삶을 향해 때론 원망도 하겠지 그 선을 먼저 넘지 말라고 I can fly the sky Never gonna stay 내가 지쳐 쓰러질 때까지 어떤 이유도 어떤 변명도 지금 내겐 용기가 필요해 빛나지 않아도 내 꿈을 응원해 큰 마지막을 가질 테니 부러진 것처럼 한 발로 뛰어도 난 나의 길을 갈 테니까 지금 나를 위한 약속 멈추지 않겠다고 또 하나를 앞지르면 곧 너의 뒤를 따라잡겠지 원하는 대로 사라질 거야 그게 바로 내 꿈일 테니까 변한 건 없어 버티고 버텨 내 꿈은 더 단단해질 테니 다시 시작해 다시는 나를 잃고 싶지 않아 내 전부를 걸었으니까 원하는 시작해
You're now listening to and watching Radio Clock on both Arirang Radio and TV. Radio Clock. Time to watch radio. Geek Diggy says, never a bad time for this song, Peter.
Never a bad time. Whoa! Yeah! Anyone can sing along.
Siska says, as long as Peter can, woo, woo, it's okay.
I got that wrong. Like, I said yeah when it was whoa, so
Yeah.
I can't even sing
Whoa.
those lyrics. Yeah, I was like,
Whoa.
yeah.
It's
Sorry.
whoa.
Sorry.
All right, so now it's time to talk about my trip to Argentina.
You were the last of the three to go.
Yes.
Yes. The
You were the
furthest.
first, right?
He was the first.
Bali.
I went the first,
Peter was the
yeah.
first, and then SJ, and then I went the last. Yeah, I went the furthest.
Were you worried? Because I know you were worried about the 30-hour flights.
How long did it take you to get there?
To get there, it took 26 hours.
Close.
Direct
Close.
or yet to change?
Yeah, they have no direct flight,
Oh,
so I flew into Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Buenos Aires. Yeah.
How was it?
It was a lot better than I thought because I was like
flight?
expecting the worst. But then also my Radio Clock staff prepare care packages and like
Aw.
portable massagers for me to use on the
Wow.
plane just in case my back hurt from the long flight.
They did
so,
what?
So I was fine.
From your radio team?
Yeah, like my producers and writers.
I got a good riddance and that was it. I hope you don't come back, she said, Mini Pidinim.
He said, don't worry. The person that's going to fill in for you is going to do a good job.
Yeah, so the flight there wasn't so bad, but after I got there, the jet lag was real. Yeah, it was
What's
just
the time difference like?
exactly. They're exactly the opposite. 12 hours.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the season is exactly the opposite too. So it was cold.
Oh, wow,
Thank
winter.
goodness I brought some hot packs because I brought really light layers. I wouldn't have been able to
Oh, what?
survive. But I also
thought
met
that was-
Messi.
I thought that was actually Messi.
I met him.
I was going to go mental, but that's not, is it?
No, there are actually figures and drawings, paintings of Messi everywhere. And this was in a building.
Is that like a waxwork or
Is that a
something?
painting of you?
It's me
Why-
in real life.
Why does it look like they painted you?
It's just the quality is bad. That's
wow.
why. But yeah.
Who
he
did
was
you go to
everywhere.
meet there? It wasn't Messi, of course.
It
but-
was our listener named Paula.
Oh.
So she used to tune into the show a lot before the time change because, you know, Argentina is exactly the 12-hour
Yeah.
difference. So 3 p.m. here is 3 a.m. there. But yeah, her name is Paula. She's part of a K-pop dance cover team called Explode there.
Wow.
So I met her, and then I met her dance crew members as well.
This is them.
Yeah, we danced to 나쁜 여자 together.
Oh,
Bad
really?
Girl on stage.
Oh, that's your jam.
That must have been
Yeah.
amazing for them to dance with you and vice versa, no?
Yeah, and then they had this special event for me where they sang Bad Girl in Spanish,
Aw.
and all the audience sang along too, and that made me cry.
Real tears.
Yeah,
Not
I was
bangsong
very
tears.
touched.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Who are you performing in front of?
Oh, there was an audience of K-pop fans. They were actually holding a K-pop event. So when I was there, they had two separate K-pop events. It was huge.
Wow.
Well, one was more like an Asian culture event, so it had all different Asian countries. But this was the K-pop section, and yeah, a lot
Oh
of
my
people.
God.
So many people came to say hi, and
Wow.
yeah, it was
Look
just
at that.
blown
You see that
away.
girl with the green hair? You only get that in front of celebrities.
Yeah, she can't believe. She's like, oh my God. Thank God SJ and Peter didn't come here.
I really didn't get that in London. But
Wow.
look at that. How did that feel, Ashley? I mean, you get that anyways in Korea.
No, I don't. And they're on another level, like their passion and just their love, because not a lot of K-pop groups go to Argentina. So I think that's why they had more excitement to see someone from the K-pop industry. Although I'm not active now, they still, told me how much they love ladies' code songs and etc.
She had people pushing away the crowd.
That's amazing.
That is crazy. That's next level celebrity stuff.
So there's a lot of people interested in K-pop and other parts of Korean culture as well in Argentina. Did you feel it?
Yeah, K food. They actually have a lot of Korean restaurants, and we also met a professor at a university, and she teaches K-pop courses, and she said it was the most popular class.
Really?
Yeah.
And you also danced with a complete stranger on the
I
street?
did. So
What's
there
that
was
part
a
of?
tango dancer on the street, and I was just watching, and she came up to me and she was like, "Let's dance," and I was
You look
like,
very happy.
she made me close my eyes. She was like, "Close your eyes.
Oh,
It's
what?
gonna help you dance better." And so I just completely depended on her
Wow.
and just let the music take over.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. When will I ever get to dance
That guy
tango
on the
with
left
a
looks
stranger?
really jealous right now.
He's
Is he
her
the
partner.
Oh, is that what is going on?
He's the partner.
Oh, he
He's like-
really looks unhappy, doesn't he? Wow.
Yeah, it was fierce.
How long were you there?
I was there for like 6 days, 7 days. Yeah, 7 days including all the commute. But yeah,
'Cause she was traveling for like, was it like 3 days of it was traveling?
like a little over 2 days.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
because
crazy.
coming back was like 28 hours.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this was a neighborhood called La Boca, a very colorful neighborhood, and we saw like murals of Messi everywhere here, and we filmed here a little bit because it felt very like Argentina.
So you just went sightseeing, is what you're trying to tell us on Arirang
I
Radio
mean,
Money.
You
went sightseeing too.
Oh, I was working so hard.
Did you
in
not have the
Bali
best place to stay? You stayed in a resort, didn't you?
Because
You
I had to be
did.
ready for a full day of traveling with lots of listeners.
You know what I was doing in my hotel shower? I was doing this because the water was not coming out.
That's the British way. Suck it up.
I was staying in that kind of hotel. I was doing this to take a shower.
We used to be a developed country.
SJ, if Arirang says let's make another documentary, are you gonna go?
Where? It depends on where.
This time Leeds first, then London. To mix it up.
I did go to Leeds first. Maybe that was the problem.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna read a message from Tigirish Eeyore, who says, "Hey Ashley, Peter, and SJ, I don't know if there will be time for this, but I would like to wish Arirang Radio a very merry birthday. Perhaps to some people, these programs are just another form of entertainment. To others, perhaps it's a way to learn some English and or Korean. To me, it's love, a home for my heart. Arirang Radio has become a huge part of my life. It's been almost 5 years since I first tuned into Sound K during the second hour of Ashley learning rap from Tommy. Despite not liking rap at the time, something charmed me into trying again from the beginning the following Monday. Before SoundK changed time slots, I would wake up in time to say hello to SJ occasionally and listen to a few of his news reports. Sorry, SJ, your show airs at 4 or 5 a.m. for me, depending on the time of the year. Do you still say your final thoughts at the end of each show?"
I do.
He does. I found the ones I heard to be inspirational. I like to think of myself as fortunate to have the ability to hang out with Lena, the GMS peeps, Peter, and the hashtag Daily K peeps every day too, learning about Korea, and most of all, meeting you all virtually through these amazing programs. I would love to meet you all in person one day, but even if that never happens, I will gladly continue to support you in spirit. I have met many amazing people through these programs, and I will likely meet many more. With laughter and tears, I have grown and learned with Arirang Radio, and although you may not realize it, you have touched many lives just by being here with us. Thank you for all you have done. Thank you for all you will do. Thank you for being you. Happy birthday, Arirang Radio. A special thanks to all the DJs or hosts, as Peter prefers, the guests, producers, engineers, writers, cameramen, and everyone who brings us the programs we, the listeners, love and enjoy so much. With much love, Tigger Aaron of USA.
Oh,
Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, that's really heartwarming. You know, that's what we hope happens with listeners. I'm sure some think it's rubbish and just turn it off, but if there's just a few like that around the world, it makes it so worth it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Just doing this job.
Yeah, thank you to our listeners for sticking around and tuning in. I know some of them just spend their entire day with Arirang Radio on,
Yeah.
like as the background noise, and leaving comments here and there. So yeah, we're so grateful. Thank you.
I do try and tell them, don't put Daily K on in the background. Concentrate. If I catch you like just having it on in the background, like in the toilet, no thanks.
How will you know?
That's why I shout. I'm like, oi, you in Nebraska.
No, it's actually, I found out recently that a lot of people do that because, like, even in London, the time that it goes out is like 10 a.m. till, 12 noon?
Yeah.
And they basically, I don't know if I should say this. They might get in trouble by their employers, but they're listening as they're working, some of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
I realized Arirang Radio is a big part of their daily lives.
Yeah.
We're so grateful for that, really.
Yeah, and to show our gratitude to you guys, you can watch our documentary, which is tonight at 8 p.m. Where are you guys going to be watching it?
My show ends at 8 p.m.
Oh,
right?
so you can just stay here and watch it. Stay at work. Yeah, nice.
I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about it.
Well, you can't miss it, of course.
I can't.
You have
I
to
really
watch
can't.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard I'm not in this first one, like hardly at all, so I'll probably just skip it. Yeah, I'm gonna go next week. Yeah, SJ gave me he said I'm not in it.
Is he not in it?
Like maybe a little bit.
Maybe
yeah.
a little bit.
maybe
You
a
were in
pre-
the
front,
preview.
in the preview. He comes out in the preview, I'd say.
Yeah, you know, they're just trying to reel in the female viewers with that.
No, but I think what it is, is the second one. What was it? I think it was Wave to the Arirang family, right?
Yes.
So you had the biggest, I think,
I
meeting
see,
with
I
the
see.
listeners.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
so
that makes
maybe
sense.
that's why. Yeah.
Okay, Peter, I hope you still watch it for us.
Of course.
Okay.
Not. No, of course I will. Tonight at 8 o'clock. I've told my mum and everything.
Oh, really?
My mum thinks I'm going to be in it, but I've kind of tricked her.
I'm going to text you after the show like, hey, did you
weren't
lie
in
about
that.
being
no,
in
I'm
it?
going to watch it with the kids at home today, actually. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a 40-minute segment, guys, so it will air for 40 minutes tonight and part 2 next week. So, yeah, it's already time to say goodbye, so let's each go around, say a few words to our listeners.
Wow, 20 years, you know, that's an amazing achievement. I think for like anything, let alone like a radio station, and to have been part of that for a good few of the years, I'm really grateful personally. And Arirang Radio, you know, we've all worked on different stations that shall not be named, but I think it's really special. Like, there's something different about the community here, and them getting together with one another and talking, as well as with us, it's just beautiful. And then, yeah, to get to see that in person in Bali, I don't think that will happen again. I wish for the 40th anniversary or 30th or whatever, but I don't think it will be the same. So I'm really grateful, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
Yeah, for me, September 1st is actually another anniversary for me because it was 14 years ago today that I arrived in Korea.
Wow.
From the U.S. with the dream of wanting to become a broadcaster. And, 14 years later, I'm here celebrating with you guys, 20th year. And, and Peter, you know this, and you guys know this, but, amongst the English broadcasting community, being able to work in Arirang, it's very special. It's one of those things that we all want to do. But it's much more special because I think, like Peter said, we have a very interesting community here, thanks to our listeners. And, even though I'm a news program, all the chance that I get, I read the comments, and it's so much more fun. And I want to thank all of you guys for making this happen. I think the celebration is a celebration of you guys and not just us. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, well said. I just want to thank our listeners too, our besties, because you guys always make me smile and you guys make the show complete with your witty comments and feedback. So thank you. And I really miss all the, socializing we had. We don't have much of that as much now, but I promise we're going to do something about that so we can feel more connected throughout our really short 1-hour show. But thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope to be here for many, many more years, as I've only been here 5 years now, and I feel like a little baby compared to you guys. But thank you for tuning in to our 20th anniversary special episode, and we'll see you guys again very soon. Please watch the documentary tonight, and we'll be saying goodbye with Pentagon's 2020. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
나는 참 꿈이 많은 아이였는데 이렇게 아무 말도 하지 못하고 정해진 틀에 갇혀 있었죠. 다들 나한테 말해